Hello everyone. Today my digital storytelling video would be about how to spot child abuse during a pandemic. And the reason I chose this topic this week was because North Carolina is currently going to get a lockdown, and I know that there will be a lot of children and adults that suffer in an abusive home that won't be able to reach out to anybody anytime soon. First of all, I wanted to talk about what is child abuse and what is neglect. And I found an article from the website Help Guide on what child abuse and neglect is. And it's not just physical aspects, it's also like emotional and sexual as well. And it does cause a lot of trauma, not only to children, but also to young adults. I like the article because it also gives some myths and some facts about what child abuse and neglect is, such as it states on here that it's only abuse if it's violent, which is a myth, because the fact is that child neglect could also go into sexual and emotional abuse, and it can do a lot of damage that can cause trauma. A lot of the time it usually says that abuse doesn't happen in good families either. And what they mean about abuse doesn't happen in good families is that abuse doesn't just happen in low income or bad neighborhoods. It happens in all kinds of households, regardless of racial or economic or cultural statuses. And that children always grow up to be abusers themselves, which isn't entirely true either. Some of the effects that child abuse and neglect leaves on a person would be having a lack of trust and relationship difficulties, not being able to confide in anybody, and feelings of worthlessness because they were abused. So they settle later in life for low-paying jobs because they don't believe in themselves. And then they have trouble regulating their emotions because they don't know how to cope with their feelings. Emotional abuse can be spotted by if you see a person belittling or shaming, calling names, telling somebody that they're no good, that they're a mistake, frequent bullying, yelling, ignoring a person, limiting the affection that a child gets, like no hugs, no kisses, and exposing a child to like other types of violence, whether it be on a sibling or even a pet or a parent. How to spot if a child is physically getting abused. Most of the time a child never knows when they are going to get hit, so they're constantly triggered by small movements, and they're always paranoid, and they are very much afraid of people who are angry, and they try to avoid certain behaviors because they think they will get hit. A lot of the warning signs that a child or a young adult would give off is that they're extremely withdrawn, they're demanding, passive aggressive, they don't seem attached to a caregiver or a parent, they might have frequent injuries or are always on alert, their clothes are ill-fitting, their hygiene is bad, they're frequently unsupervised, they have trouble walking, sitting, they become pregnant, or they run away from home. The website not only gives you risk factors for child abuse and neglect, but it also lets you recognize abusive behavior in oneself as well, and how you can break the cycle of abuse, such as developing new parenting skills, taking care of yourself, getting professional help, and how to help someone else. Like avoid a denial and remain calm, don't interrogate, safety comes first, and who to report to, even if it means the person. I just thought this was a very important topic, especially for a social worker, because a lot of social workers right now are going to be in high demand since North Carolina will be in current lockdown, especially with the pandemic going on. I just think that with everything that is happening, child abuse and neglect will skyrocket because of all the children that are at home right now. And I just thought it was a really good website to go to, because it does offer solutions and it does offer help as well.